For the uninitiated, it may come as a surprise to you to learn that Total Chaos actually began life as a Doom 2 Total Conversion mod, running via the GZDoom sourceport. To say that it was, and in my opinion still is, one of the most impressive mods ever created using GZDoom would be an understatement. I recall thinking that it was absurd that this ridiculous amount of work was something that you could just pick up for free. That by all rights, the creators of Total Chaos should be charging at least something for a mod that pretty much shook off the shackles of that particular definition, because in my eyes, as it was to many others, Total Chaos wasn't a mod. It was practically a fully fledged game in its own right. Wouldn't you know it, here we are in 2025, and what's this? Nothing less than a fresh off the presses demo for a brand spanking new version of Total Chaos, set free from the confines of GZDoom, now rendered in all the decaying splendor that the Unreal Engine can muster. But yes, the demo itself. I will freely admit that playing this generated just a weird sense of uncanniness for almost the entire duration, because some of the imagery and the layout of the original Total Chaos, especially those opening sections, are absolutely seared into my mind, even particularly the way that the plastic tarps flapped about in the wind. That was a gee whiz moment for the GZDoom version, believe you me. And seeing it recreated, replicated here in such high fidelity fashion causes a little bit of dissonance to start firing across my synapses, and it's a hard feeling to shake. But regardless, I'm sure a few of you out there will be pleased to know that Total Chaos in this form certainly seems to be running on a policy of, well, it ain't broke. That's not to say that a lot of the foundational elements of Total Chaos haven't received a spit and a shine, so to speak. I mean, it'd be rude not to, all things considered, but the menus are nicely cleaned up. Certainly feels like it's got a smidge more streamlining to it, especially with inventory management and the way crafting works. And combat, in particular, feels a little bit more snappy and purposeful in comparison to the original. The combat always felt hefty, felt like it had impact, but now it feels like you got a few more tricks in the bag to utilize. You got multi-strength wind-ups for your heavy attacks, the ability to push enemies back, and as was present in the original, you've also got the presence of throwables. Good for staggering enemies, doubly so if you're dealing with a pack. Naturally, as you may have noticed on screen, there's also stamina bar management to contend with, and on top of that, there's also a series of status bars that you need to keep on top of, chiefly weapon durability, hunger, bleed, and madness. Hunger will largely affect how much stamina you can play with. Bleeding is obviously not ideal, considering its effect on one of the more important bars, that being the health bar. And weapon durability largely speaks for itself. It's a key part of the whole crafting side of things in terms of picking up things and gluing them together to make fresh axe heads or hammers or what have you. But I gotta say, the presence of the madness meter here is by far the most intriguing inclusion to me, because this wasn't present in the preceding mod version of Total Chaos. Certainly not the director's cut. But how this works is that if you take enough pills, it will build the meter and increase the visual and auditory hallucinations to the point where even reality starts to shift around you. It's genuinely a really cool effect, because one moment you could be glancing at a solid wall, and as you look back, it's suddenly changed. It's now a horrific flesh hallway. Now, this is more than just a way to screw around with the player in any given moment. In this section in particular, it's actually vital for progression, so I am utterly fascinated to see how far Total Chaos will play with this particular mechanic. And it also lends a little bit of extra strength to my own pet theory here that this is going to be more than just a simple revamp in a fancy new engine. There is plenty of opportunity to build and expand on that original foundation. Not to mention, the trailer for this version of Total Chaos has more than a few choice shots in there that convince me that this will be well worth the revisit for any of you that consider yourself well versed in how Total Chaos may play out. If anything, this demo is going to make me quite envious of anyone experiencing Total Chaos for the first time, without the memory of the original lurking somewhere in the back of their head. Even then, some of the spooks, some of the moments, still catch me, even now. And I feel that's honestly credit to just the dense atmosphere that permeates almost every single moment of Total Chaos. It was there in the original, but it's even more magnified now, especially leveraging the bells and whistles that the Unreal Engine provides. I mean, have you seen these volumetrics? But yeah, I'm genuinely excited to see where Total Chaos may lead in this newfangled form. And honestly, it's just nice to see Trigger Happy Interactive giving this piece of their past an extra bit of love, putting it up on a pedestal for fresh eyes to potentially see. Because, honestly, it deserves it. In any case, if you're interested, you should direct yourselves over to the Total Chaos Steam page, where the demo should hopefully still be available. And while you're at it, why not check out Trigger Happy Interactive's other game, Turbo Overkill. Couldn't be further away in terms of pacing or tone from Total Chaos, but if anything, it shows you they got range. And honestly, I'll never stop going out of my way to encourage people to play it. It's just that fun. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little bit of rambling insight into my time with the Total Chaos demo. And until next time, this has been Mr. Icarus. Thank you very much for watching. Icarus out.